Karam philosophy, action philosophy, seems to suggest that the animal kingdom is not in the same category as humans are. Humans are the top of the cycle. You are the top category in this creation. The rest of it is your sort of servant. So it seems to suggest that the cycle they go through, the animals will then eventually have this chance to become human beings, and then they will achieve salvation. Now, you get confusion sometimes, because sometimes there are in Gurbani lines where it seems to suggest that if somebody was an elephant, he remembered Waheguru when he was captured by an octopus, and he achieved salvation. And there are other examples as well. But I think deep down, these are very few examples. The big message from Gurbani or Guru Sahib is that this human life, Pai Prapata Manuk Devuriya Govind Milki, this is the time to meet Waheguru. This is the time you got to spend as much time you can in this cause, in this research of how can I become a better person, a better Guru Sikh? How can I become beloved to Guruji? How can I become Guru's Yoga?
I'm sorry, I didn't ask this question originally, but I was just thinking. I don't know if the person asking this question was thinking something similar, but we go through all these different life forms to hopefully get the fortunate karma of coming back as a human. Now, can we create bad karma as an animal, or can we only create karma as a human life? Or do you have to say, this is what I'm understanding, because in some way in Gurbani it says, I can't quote it, animals are given other animals, like eat other animals. That's what they have been given to eat. Now, I say my cat eating a spider the other day, because I didn't want my cat to eat the spider, and would that be a bad karma if it did? Or is it only that we have to come back to the human life, then we do good or bad, and we have to go through the life cycle again?
Like I said, from my little research I've been doing the last 50 odd years, Guru seems to be saying, don't focus on what you can't do, and what you can't affect, what you can't change. You cannot change the behavior of your cat or dog. But you can change your behavior. Well, you can try. Focus on what you can do, rather than worrying about what society is doing, what the other kingdom, animals and others are doing. It's like saying, I'm going to stop a tornado happening. You can't. I'm going to stop a hurricane happening. You can't. I'm going to stop a storm happening. You're not going to. Focus on what you actually can do. Okay, if it rains, get an umbrella. Or get a roof over your head. Yeah, that you can do. But you're not going to stop the rain. You're not going to stop the floods. What you can do is build your house a bit higher so your house don't get flooded. These are things you can do. But in terms of life, what you have to say is, and I can't repeat this enough, the biggest problem with our Sikhi, us, is that we don't want to hear or understand Sada Guru ki keh raha. Because Sri Guru Granth Sahib is a long message, loads of messages, we tend to say, "Asi parna hi ha, asi vicharna nahi." And I can't stress enough. Every one of you should be talking to your Guru every day. If part karte hain, vichar naal part karo. Focus on the part and try to understand what he says. It doesn't mean you're going to be a gyani. It doesn't mean you're going to do a prachar. It means that you're going to kar raha hai. Jehda banda kalla keval part karda, he doesn't pay any attention to what he says. The chances of him being successful are very less. So, if you kalle hai na, Gurbani aarthi padhoge, nadan to alawa, you'll have a better chance of trying to tune your mind into Guru ki keh raha. What does Guruji want us to do in various periods in our life and various problems, how we deal with them? So you won't be asking me that, you'll be asking Guruji. Guruji, when you have problems, that's what ki kara. And once you start reading Gurbani, you'll find out in your part, right, with the vichar, you come across an answer for your question. You say, oh, I didn't think that before. Now, by Vijay Singh, just to mention the fact that Hukam Rizai Chalana Nanak Likhya Naal. And with Guru's Kirpa, I have read most of the sticks that are available. On this particular line, I've always been struck. What does line mean? Nanak Likhya Naal. So can you tell us what does it mean? Nanak Likhya Naal?
Because I think after that it says be more
It does. But that particular Nanak, what is Likhya? Kira Naal Likhya Sade, right? They always, and all translators did actually focus on Ki Likhya Naal. Until I read the steek of Shabadarat. It's not a full steek, it's only word meanings. They do say something in there. They say, Simra Govinda Man Tan Tor Likhya. In trying to explain that line, they said, this is what Guru is saying. Simra Govinda Man Tan Tor Likhya. Toro Likhya Vaguru Teri Kasam Mechikta Vaguru Yaad Karna. So, in that sense, sometimes you get answers that have been bothering you for a long time, saying, yeah, the answer is, they haven't explained it fully. But sometimes some of the translators might just give you that extra understanding that might help you to move on. So, Gurbani Khojo, Gurbani Pado, Kirtan Suno, Naam Japo. But Bhayab all, Bhai Gurdani says, Karke Gij Sadhavana, Tamra Likhi Antar Pai, with all your rare, with all your part, try to be humble. If you're not humble, like Bhai is saying, if you're arrogant, then there's only one person that's going to lose, you. Guruji doesn't care for your appearance or your rare. If you're arrogant, if you're full of ego, it doesn't matter. Homme, Nave na virodh hai, toila masik thai, homme vi seva na hovi, tam man birtha jaye. So be humble, be sweet, मिठा बोलना, निम चलना, हाथों लेके पला बनाए. एक दूसरे के लिए निशानियां. We need to focus on that, and hopefully Guruji will help all of us in this camp and outside the camp to live a better life for ourselves.